In this video, we're going to test the Olympus XA2 camera. Alright, so I picked this camera up on eBay for $39 here. Hopefully turn around and sell it for about $130. This is an untested camera, so I got it for cheap. What I do here on this channel is flip cameras, buy them low, untested, and then flip them tested, sell them for higher. So 7 working cameras, 0 non-working cameras so far. What you're going to need to test out a camera like this would be, number 1, batteries. These are the LR44 batteries. This camera takes 2 of those. The little flash on it's also going to take a battery, so we need a AA battery for that. Trusty screwdriver as needed. Also, you're going to need a flathead screwdriver to take the battery off the bottom. You're going to need film. Okay, the film I use here is a dummy roll, dummy film, to be able to, basically it's a roll that I use over and over and over. To be able to get that film out of the canister is this tool here. And that's it. So first thing we're going to do is put batteries in the camera. Go ahead and open this up. Put in the LR44 batteries. Slide open the clamshell. See if it's going to work. That's a good sign. It took a little, you notice you heard the shutter open and close. Try that again. So as you lower, go down lower on the ASA here, it will take longer for the shutter to close. So I'll do that again if you can hear it. Boom. There's also a self timer camera mode, so we'll go ahead and do that. Test that out. Boom. Let's go ahead and put a battery in the flash, and this thing seems to be stuck, which is not a good sign. That might mean there's a battery inside that melted. Yeah, so inside there is a battery, corroded battery. Somebody left the battery in here. Not always a good sign, right? But we do know how to fix that if it's fixable. It's pretty bad corrosion in the bottom. Top's not so bad. So how we're gonna fix this, you guys know, I'm gonna use some white vinegar to fix any kind of corrosion. And there's a lot down there. So I'm gonna start with my screwdriver to kind of break some of this up. You can actually hear it sizzling. The vinegar causes it to bubble. Oh, I'm starting to see a little bit of silver. That's a good sign. This thing was completely white. So do I count this as working or not working? The actual camera body itself works. However, the flash might give me a problem. I think I'm going to be fair. If this doesn't work, I'm going to list it as not working and say we lost on this one. The good news is I have another flash. Nice, we're getting somewhere. Here is a huge chunk of corrosion. I don't know if you can see that. That's gross. 2 big pieces just popped out. That is a good sign. Oh wow, this thing is clean. This might work. Let's add a little bit more vinegar down there. It looks like there's no corrosion. It doesn't always work out this way. Sometimes the corrosion really eats away at the metal. And then lastly, there's a little bit of corrosion there, so let's try to get that off. If this doesn't work, we'll give it one more go with some vinegar. So AA battery, turn the flash on, push over on this tab here. Usually you'll hear a whining sound if this is going to work, but no whining sound at this point. Let's go ahead and try to clean it up a little bit more here. You're not going to believe this. It took probably 15-20 minutes. Not at all what I want to do when I test these cameras, but I felt pretty confident that I could get this thing to work, and I did. What I found out, because I have, like I said, I have these other extra flashes. These are working flashes that came off of non-working camera bodies, XA2. So I was able to kind of look at the two and compare and say, what's wrong with this one? Well, it turns out, and it felt weird, when you put the battery in, the little metal tab was flat. So when I put the battery in, it would like kind of hit the bottom when it actually needs to be a little bit more springy. So I kept, with this little screwdriver, kept digging it up, and it wasn't coming up. And it took 15 to 20 minutes to finally get it up enough to where now it's contacting the top and as well as the bottom. And here we go. If you push this little button on the side here, you'll hear a whining sound and the flash turns on. That is huge. Something that I've been wanting to get for the longest time, that to supplement this, because this isn't a hooked end, and to pull those tabs up, and I've dealt with this many times, I want to get a dental pick, right? So where it's just on a little hook at the end where I can actually pull up on a tab much easier. This does not do the job very well. It took me forever. My wrists are sore. Go ahead and put it back on the camera. And I actually can't say that it's working yet because we haven't done the flash yet. Pull the flash, boom, it's ready to go, it's ready to shoot. And there's our flash. If I wasn't recording this with video, I probably would have given up on this already and would have called it quits and said, it's just not a good flash. Now I'm wondering how many flashes I've just kind of tossed aside without actually taking the time to figure it out. But this is huge. So inside here, you'll notice a lot of times the foam, the light seals are degraded. I've sold a lot of these cameras. I've never really made a point to say bad, degrading light seals. Never had a camera of these returned, actually. So I'm not worried about the look or condition of it. All right, so let's go ahead and put film into the camera. I'm gonna need this tool to be able to pull the film out of the canister. And there we go. Film is out. Link in the description below. Testing a manual film camera like this is not usually as imperative as it would be an auto. Film is winding fine. Let's go ahead and try to rewind. It's pressing the button on the bottom. Feels like we're good. And sure enough. And there you have it. This camera is working. We're gonna go ahead and post it. I'll let you guys know how much it sells for. We'll do a what's sold video for this one for sure. If you want to subscribe to this channel, I flip cameras, buy low, sell high. If you're something you're interested in, want to follow along or do it yourself, I'll show you guys all my tips and tricks how to do this. Also make sure you like this video. The more people that like it, the more videos I'll make. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.